My guest today is Lola Vassiliadis, owner of My Luxury Cruises, operating 2 Ontario-based travel agencies in Ontario, Cruise Holidays of Oakville and Cruise Holidays of Lawrence Park. Lola and her team of 17-plus travel advisors have been meeting and serving the needs of their clients since 1997. Hi, Lola. Welcome to RTE Ask a Real Travel Expert.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great.
Good.
So, Lola, the number one question that I've got this week, we saw last week in July that the EU once again opened its borders to Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
And then just last week, we saw that the EU added back the United States to the list of travel that they won't accept travelers from the United States.
Right.
Do you think that we're going to face that prospect again in the future, or where do you think we are? What should Canadians expect?
Well, I think with the Canadians being so further ahead on vaccinations than the Americans are, I think that's playing a big role into it. I think as Canadians, we're going to be fine unless something else comes out of the woodwork. You know, heaven forbid it's a new mutation or who knows what.
Yeah.
But having said that, even though the EU has stopped the Americans from coming in, it is still in a large part up to each country
Okay.
what they are going to do. So when the EU does this, it's not right across the board. They haven't shut everything down.
Okay.
So it'll be country by country. And we have resources where we can check what the status is at any time.
Right.
Okay, so we stay on top of that as much as we can.
Right. And that's why it's particularly important in this day and age of travel to have a solid travel professional in your corner when you travel to stay on top of that.
Yeah, because it becomes very confusing, really confusing, even sometimes for us.
Yeah, I'm sure. And things can change. Things can change literally overnight.
Right.
So if folks have something booked for the EU for next year, they're good. And the most important thing, advice would probably just to stay on top of it and check in with your travel advisor.
Yeah. And the thing we find that is most confusing and irritating to us and clients is people have things booked. It's coming up to final payment time.
Right.
And now we look at it and think, oh, should they go ahead and put final payment on? And our agents will take a look at it and call the supplier and say, okay, final payment is coming up. What happens if the client puts final payment on now and things change and you, number one, have to cancel your sailing? Do they get a refund? Are they now into a future travel credit? Then the other thing is, can we extend that final payment? Will you give us more time so that the client can feel a little more comfortable, maybe a month or two down the road? So we look at it from all angles and then go back to the client and say, okay, here's your option. So they can make the choice. It's not up to us to say, I don't think you should go.
Right.
It is up to them. All we can do, and which we do, is give them all the options. Here's what's going to happen. They're not going to give you an extension on final payment. However, if you do this, this is going to happen. If you do that, that's going to happen. If they do this, this is going to happen. So all the information we give them, they can then decide. So
the real value of the travel advisor in that circumstance is you lay out all the options.
Yeah.
Explain it to the client clearly so that there's no misconceptions, and allow them to make a very educated choice on going forward or not. Well, that's great information. If folks want to learn more about this information or would like to contact you, what's the best place to contact you or your agents?
Well, I think the simplest way is go to our websites.
Right.
We have 2 offices, one in Oakville, one in Toronto. And if you go to the lawrenceparkcruises.com website, you can get all the contact information. If you go to our Oakville website, it's cruiseholidays.oakville.com.
Okay.
And you can get our phone numbers, our hours, etc.
Well, that's great, Lola. Thanks for that great information. And until next time, here's a wish for you for safe and happy travels. And we hope to see you on a Lido deck real soon.
I hope so too, Kim.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
And that about wraps things up for today, folks. Very special thanks to my guest, Lola Vassiliadis of Cruise Holidays of Oakville and Lawrence Park. For those of you looking for more information or another vacation, I'll leave their contact information in the description. If you'd like to reach us, leave a comment, send an email to questions@realtravelexperts.com, or visit our website, realtravelexperts.com. We always respond, and we'd love to hear from you. And as always, folks, if you enjoyed this video, a like, a subscribe, and the ring of the bell would certainly be appreciated, and it helps us to spread the word. Until next time, happy travels.